For the last few weeks, I am streaming work on my own applications. And I took a look on hours what I streamed. Here are my statistics on Twitch. Almost 30 hours. And that is all just live coding, streaming. Yeah, there was some design work as well, but mostly live coding. So on YouTube, I have those previous work streams in separate playlist. Those are unlisted videos, but co-work and chat playlist. And I counted about 15 hours on YouTube. Let's start with negative side of that. And I would say that first one and most negative thing is distractions. So distractions of course are the biggest con, because if you are live streaming, there is chat that is nice to communicate with you, but of course that is distraction as well. It's kind of hard to stick on task when you have active chat and you like to communicate with persons in chat and in the same time you are trying to work. Quite often on live streams, people are coming and going away, and the same questions are asked multiple times. For example, where to learn Swift, or what is better, native development or Flutter, and so on. That is not a problem to answer that question, but I imagine that if you are a frequent visitor on streams like that and you are listening that answer for 5 or 10 times already, it's probably become a little bit annoying. I'm using Pomodoro timers, and that helps me understand when I'm trying to work, and on those breaks that is okay to chat. So yeah, there is distraction, but that is manageable. Another thing is, of course, those technical challenges. First of all, you have to do configuration for the streaming software. That is initial time investment. You have to do configuration for streaming application. If you're not registered on YouTube, Twitch, or whenever you plan to stream, you have to do all that stuff. You have to do hardware configuration. That is time investment, probably also money investment. If that is already done, you still have to keep an eye on your stream to monitor is there any problems. Next point in my cons list is low level of content. What I mean by that, for example, what is the point to be on that stream when someone is coding? If you are on that stream to learn programming, that, in my opinion, is not the best way to learn programming. If you would like to learn programming, then some tutorial course or book, whatever, will be much better time investment than looking how someone for an hour fighting with bug or something, or read documentation to see how to implement something. If you are on that stream for entertainment, then, I don't know, game streams, those are way more fun, or just Netflix series, also more entertainment. Yeah, if you like to see kind of behind the scenes, real life, real work of programmer, yeah, then that information is valuable. Yeah, that is from audience perspective, also from YouTube channel perspective. Very few people are going and watching those live streams later, and to grow YouTube channel, you have to have content which is entertaining, or education content, or fun content, which audience like to watch. Basically, that's the point of YouTube, yeah, to have videos and entertain audience or educate audience. Live streams really doesn't fit in any of those buckets. Negative feedback. If you are streaming your work online, you will get direct feedback on your work, or if you're streaming games, on your games, if you're programming on your code, and there is no good way to do any filtration or monitoring for that content. Basically, you will get in front of you whatever anonym person on internet will decide to say. And human brains are kind of dumb, because we like to focus on negative things. Negative feedback can generate problems in long term, for example, insecurities and so on, and that imposter syndrome, that is a real thing, and negative feedback will not help with that at all. Programming community is more friendly, let's say. So if you are streaming code, most likely you will get very little negative feedback and so on. But I don't know, try to stream games, for example, or try to post your content on TikTok, for example. There are at least few pros on that streaming. First of all is communication, because YouTube is mostly one direction channel. For example, if it is pre-recorded video that is just me talking to camera, presenting some idea, some topic and so on, and you can answer only on comments. That is nice. I really like to get that feedback in comments. I am reading all of them, but anyways, that is kind of one direction communication. In live streams, that is possible to have real life communication. I even got help from audience when I was working on my task. Next one is accountability. I'm working as freelancer, and if I do not deliver work as freelance developer, then I will be not paid. So that is good enough motivation to do the work. But with my own applications, no one sitting on my back end saying that you have to work and you have to release new versions and so on. If I'm going to share my work and be on stream, I really don't have other options than just be on stream and work on that application. And we have results here, even with distractions, chatting and so on. I have result. Application is the App Store. That is great. And only way to procrastinate is to have communication with you, and that again is positive thing, to make new friends, discuss, programming things and so on. That's great. Julius is writing, that's what I see as well, that watching streams like that is different than watching regular videos. That is some kind of background stream, something like kind of virtual working together. If you are going to get a job in corporation somewhere or company, whatever, possible that you will have online coding interview where you will share the screen. And if you didn't try to stream your work while you're programming, I suggest you just try. On my first stream, I had hard time to remember how to create button in SwiftUI and even how to write if statement. Of course, SwiftUI is new thing for me. I am still learning that, but I know how to create buttons in using SwiftUI. But under that pressure, when you know that people are watching you, I don't know, you are not you anymore. And I can't say that I am not searching anymore for SwiftUI solutions, but now I'm doing that with confidence. I have no stress anymore about that. But even after few years on YouTube, when I started to stream my programming, I was kind of nervous because, other people will look on your code, will judge you and so on, and no one is perfect, and I'm totally not a genius in programming or in SwiftUI. We had 3 cons, 3 pros. Time for some conclusion. I'm planning to stick to that streaming because benefits what I see are bigger than cons. So yes, I'm planning to do that. I see that kind of pushing me to work on my own applications. I'm planning to update a little bit my streaming setup. Currently, I'm programming on M1 MacBook, and it is impossible to stream and program on it. I tried different applications. All of them are horribly bad. One little bit better is Ecamm, but again, it is kind of fine when you just, for streams like this one, that Ecamm application will be perfect, but if you try to program in parallel, that's just killing machine. Twitch is an interesting platform because it is focused on streaming, and audience on Twitch expect very long streams and they're coming to watch those streams. On YouTube, I don't know. That's a question to you who are watching this on YouTube. From technical perspective, that doesn't matter on which platform to stream, but question is about monetization on Twitch. Because there is Twitch affiliate program, you can apply to that affiliate program, and then audience on Twitch can support streamer. But if you do that, then you are locked down with that stream on Twitch only. You are not allowed to stream on YouTube or anywhere else. That is possible to add additional monetization and some other things on YouTube as well. I did that. There is new button on the channel join, and you can join as supporters for YouTube channel. Basically, that is about the same like support on Twitch. If you think that you anytime soon, one more member, thank you, Haider. Thank you very much. So if you think that you anytime soon or anytime planning to do those online coding interviews, which is kind of popular thing to do, just create free account on the Twitch, and there is a software development niche. Keep an eye on that niche and just try to stream there. So there is nothing bad can happen, but you can find benefits from that. And yeah, that is one more way to build your social presence as well. If you are not sure about if social presence necessary and so on, check my video on that. Social presence is nowadays it is important. No one cares anymore about your CV letters and so on. Everyone cares what you can do, and what you can do you can share by sharing your work, and live streaming your code is one of the ways how to do that.